Well, hello and welcome to the stream. Let's go and see what we can get into. We're going to do a little bit of the Prodigal Mother, as read by Mark Maguire, not the baseball player. So enjoy.
The levels or strata of substance around the crust of the earth are separated by insulations of the one still light. These layers of insulation are the activating intelligence of the Creator in relation to our planet. Intelligence infiltrates all of the matter in the substance strata. Each alternate matter strata is the opposite polarity and rotates opposite to the matter strata on each side of it. Well, that was a difficult sentence to read for some reason for young Marcus here. To read for some reason. The earth is a battery. The strata are the plate. God separates and centers all things through the G lines of still light. He activates all things through the A positive and B negative lines of force. The center of our planet consists of a sun, which is about to rise here shortly. I'm looking forward to. Excuse me for that comment. The center of our planet consists of the sun. This sun, as the core, rotates in the opposite direction of the moving crust. Between the fiery center of the positively charged core and the negative insulating non-conductive strata of fluid glass, obsidian, 600 miles in thickness. All ruptures of the crust are caused by atmospheric conditions. There are several well-defined areas on the surface of the Earth where vortices of magnetic energy are located. In due time, these vortices will bring about the rupture of the crust, termed as volcanic action. The earthquake faults were brought about by interruptions of the force field around the Earth. Planets without moisture in their atmosphere do not rotate. As the A and B lines of force enter the atmosphere, and the crust of the planet parallel to the equator, and at 90 degrees from each other and the axis, they spiral to each pole and arrive there before the planet has made 1/4 of its orbit. Emitting from the poles, they encounter resistance in the form of uninterrupted A and B lines of force, bringing about the phenomenon termed aurora. Every planet in the universe moves in curved lines of travel. This is not because they were thrown off by a sun or central body. If they were, they would not orbit. Anything thrown off a rotating object would travel in a straight line outward. Though on the Earth, it may fall because of gravity. You stop reading like this because those dinner times get here. The reason planets or electrons orbit around a central body is because they are empowered by light energy. Space outside of Earth's atmosphere. So do not eat spicy breakfast before you read. Space outside of the Earth's atmosphere is blacker than the blackest ink. Our sun looks like any other bright star, not like a ball of fire. Only the brightest stars can be seen. Pictured in the drawing is what has often been termed the four dark corners. The positive quarter, or spring season of the Earth's orbit, is only predominantly positive relative to the Earth passing through it. At all other times, when light energy is not interrupted by a body or planet, the negative or female lines of force predominate. The old axiom, women first, is applicable throughout the universe. Here's the drawing that was referred to. We have positive curved line, active quarter, So sorry for my stippling effect, but I put a little bit too much Monterey spice. Light energy. So, that's this is a great book. If anybody, sorry, if anybody would like this PDF, just comment your email and I'll email you this PDF. You may know all this stuff. I don't know. I mean, not, as the sun crosses the Earth's equator on March 21st, it effects a positively charged cyclic predominance in the negative northern hemisphere. In the arc from March 21st to September 23, the sun tries to attract the Earth to it. This causes the negatively charged Earth to describe the arc of its orbit from March 21st to June 21st. This is noted in the drawing as a positive quarter. The reason the Earth proceeds towards the negative line of light energy in the positive quarter is because the negative line of light energy has been weakened through passage through the sun's force field of positively charged vortex. As the Earth moves from June 21st to September 23rd, it starts in the downward direction of its elliptical arc. This is called the active core. These conditions are being viewed from the northern hemisphere in this explanation. In the southern hemisphere, the active and rest orders would be opposite from those shown here. As the negatively charged Earth follows its path in the active quarter, it is attracted by the positive sun on the negative northern hemisphere, and by the negative line of light energy, which are acting on the positive southern hemisphere. Positive lines of light energy are repelling on the positively predominant southern hemisphere. The active quarter is summer, our hottest season of the year. Squirrels are at it again. Have these marauder squirrels, they're quite clever in their plan with things like that. Watch it. The active quarter is summer, our hottest season of the year. This heat is caused by the increase in resistance, set up gradually by the sun extending its path on the Earth rapidly to its northernmost extreme. In the daytime, it is hotter because the sun is further into the negative northern hemisphere, thereby setting up more resistance in our negatively charged atmosphere. And the negatively charged crust of the negative atmosphere. I feel that at the midway point between June 21st and September 23rd. So if you recall, at the very beginning of going over this document, Gordon Van Tassel talked about the two approaches of an overly scientific versus overly mystical. So I guess he's now at that polarity of explaining things by way of science to appeal to the more science behind them. I'm fine with the more, I like the mystical stuff, but anyway, this is fine too. I just wasn't very good at math. At the midway point between June 21st and this isn't exactly math, but it's very technical in nature. Not whatever. I don't know. There's actual intelligence. Sun and all of our planets are moving through space in a direction indicated by the internal spectrum of stars. People have less resistance to these, and I never, it was customary in a lot of, like we first talked about this, the negative energy. Cherokee, Southeast, Alabama. Believe it or not, I guess Indian powwow, Native American powwow, around a lot of Native American Cherokee knowledge, wisdom, review, about whether it's very cold, take yourself down to a creek or a body of water, natural water, and water in cold, and just take your clothes off, get in that water, and just let the shock of that coldness inform your system that, hey, winter's here. And that shock puts your body in that sort of mode. Anyway, people have less resistance to disease in winter. Not if you go and bathe yourself in ice cold natural water that gets your system ready to go. But I would say modern people have less, or city-fied people, or what have you. People have less resistance to disease in winter because at the corner of the Earth's orbit, the life lines and energy are reduced due to passing through the rotating vortex of the sun's force field. Any change in polarity, predominance in the Earth's atmosphere or crust will result in climatic change. This is how positively charged particles from hydrogen bombs have caused weather changes and extremes throughout the world. Our atmospheric strata is only a thin layer of gases and moisture emitted from the crust. Our frequent charging of the atmosphere with radioactive substances is a slow process of self-annihilation. The temperature drop noted after each atomic bomb blast is caused by the inrush of frigid air from the higher strata. If 30 atomic bombs were exploded in 30 days, our Earth population would be forced underground by the extreme cold. Now, switch over to my dramatic voice. Since last time I was in the male persona, I'm going to go to the female persona.
So then, I expand the blood in the sunshine of my feet. I bring forth Jesus' color. I bring forth Jesus' color from the sunset. I bring forth the fragrance from the flowers. I feel the natural, I serve the joy and love that you may grow in the end. That's the work of my breath, and the seeds of my stomach, that man may know the fullness of heart. And then I bring the clothes. I change my clothes. I pull my breath. Going to me, all the learning and joy. That once again I may cover the fullness of my life. And then I preach my holy breath for the making place of the past of winter. I crown my mountain with the purity of white and mantles of snow. I freeze my rivers so that man may know that change may come about the seasons of my season. I black the breath of storm, and then I tire of storm. Bring my season cycles into repetition. My numberless worlds are there no limit. The mysteries are there at hand to see, so man may know me indeed. When he solves the problems of my life, then I shall know you will grow in me. You will know me eternally. Same principle of light energy maintains the Earth's cycle of day and night. Temperature, time, and the relation and effects of the moon on the Earth and her people. The sun does not emit light from itself. The sun transmits positively polarized force. It acts upon the Earth because of its daily polarity. The moon is one of the bodies acting as a governor for the Earth. The Earth and tides are a smooth, dry connection between the motor generator battery Earth and the governor moon. Gravity of the moon has no effect upon the Earth. The only effect of the moon upon the Earth is by polarity action of the Earth's force field. and by inversion of the lifelines of force. The earth is surrounded by a self-generated force field. Nothing inside of the earth's force field is affected by anything outside of it. Except for the attracting or repelling effect of polarity combined with light energy or the sun. Gravity, which is a force field generated by any body, is not subject away.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to use dramatic genderized voice or the baby voice when I read the italics because that's source. That's what source is speaking to it. As noted previously, I refuse to use the robot voice when reading source because that would be an affront. I believe not. Not that there's anything wrong with AI technology and robotics and but when that technology seeks to supplant or alter the divine creator, the source, their template of her creation, and then that's when there's a problem, I think. I'm not here to judge, but anyway, that's why I clicked off the dramatic voice. Now I'm going to go back to regular my voice, which is not really fun, at least to me. I like that robot voice. I mean, did a gimmick one time where I was acting like I was a wolf being from Sirius, like one of these, reptilian wolf hybrid warriors. But when I read that robot voice and reading all that Anunnaki term, it put me into, after reading that, it was like an hour of reading about the Anunnaki battles and, the history of all the ruling elite, in the days of Sumer and whatnot. But it put like a spell on my mental body or my spiritual perception. I was very ravenous with my consumptive desire to amass, like I was, I got all these books together. I was gonna had this big idea, but then I realized I was gonna try to do some kind of in my mind, I was gonna do some kind of great intellectual project, and blah blah blah, and then I realized chill out. That's when you deep breath and focus, do a few infinity breaths and smoke the violet flame. And then I got back on track. Anyway, I'm not here to judge. The moon is one of those bodies acting as the governor to the earth. The earth is surrounded by a self-generated force field. Nothing inside of the earth's force field is affected by anything outside of it, except for the attracting or repelling effects of polarity in the line of light into the sun. Gravity within the force field generated by the body is not subject to the action of anybody outside of the force field, unless the body outside of the force field is of opposite polarity. Yeah. Now, see, when we're talking about polarity, what's in my mind is like a law of one, the raw material, where we're talking about negative oriented polarity, like say here in my reality, people that I encounter, using discernment, I'm able to see the negative, predominantly negative oriented personalities, which is more about this sort of this self modality, and they're parasites, they're energy parasites. We'll talk about that in another video. So my point with that is when I'm reading polarity, that's the kind of body of knowledge in my what I'm referencing, and I'm not so much scientific. This is great, but at some level I'll throw into it. But right now it's not immediate for me because I'm still dealing with so the moon and the earth are coming to the polarity are all using their physical stuff, and all bodies. All negative bodies generate a positive force field, and all positively charged bodies generate negative force field. The temperature is a result of light forces acting in opposition to each other. Magnetism is an effect of primary light energy in opposition produces the result of its interaction by any body. Electricity is an effect of magnetism and polarity opposition. Heat is an effect of electricity and opposition. Contraction and expansion are opposite effects of heat or lack of. The Earth's force field is the boundary of everything inside of it. Nothing can come into it or go out through it without conforming to its positive polarity. Here's another Lord Van Tassel, 1958. Yeah. The space stations can alternate the polarity of the force field around their ship to conform to the positive polarity of the Earth's force field while they're passing through it. The moon never was hurled to the Earth, and it will never be part of the Earth due to the Earth's force field. Let us start in the positive order and rotate the moon around the Earth. A small arrow is shown on the indicate the direction of forces set up by polarity affecting the moon. The A arrows represent attracting forces, and the R arrows stand for repelling forces. At all times, these forces are changing their predominance, which establishes the moon's orbit around the Earth. The moon's orbit speed is fixed according to its charge and negative polarity. The secondary light rays from the positive sun and the positive lines of light energy warm the morning cycle from 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. This occurs by the attractive resistant heat effect in our negative atmosphere and crust of the Earth. The force field does not increase during these polarity effects because their polarities are both positive. Therefore, they offer no resistance to each other. The heat registered during the hottest part of the day is the active quarter from 12 noon to 2 p.m. Higher temperatures are registered in this quarter because the sun and positive lines of light underneath are setting up attraction resistance within our atmosphere, and the negative lines of light are setting up repelling resistance. Two forces are working in attraction to the Earth's polarity, and one force is working in opposition to it. The negative lines of force also meet resistance to the positive force field, which acts as a reflector. From 6 p.m. to midnight is the negative quarter. Both the positive lines of light energy and the sun's attractive forces are eliminated, and the negative lines of light energy maintain only the heat of resistance by repulsion. The forces of the active quarter fade away, and the negative physical bodies of people become tired and sleepy during the negative quarter. And the rest quarter from midnight to 6 a.m. No, it's not my time. I like to, because the sun goes down these days, I like to hit the grass. But of course, I get up at like 3 in the morning. I'm on post. Anyway, that's I guess typical midnight, midnight, 6 a.m. Let's see. Positive lines of light energy, the negative lines of light energy set up no resistance and attraction or repelling forces. So the atmosphere is crust cool off in the cold quarter of the cycle because the Earth is shielded from the three forces. For the same reason, more people die from natural causes in the rest of the and the other quarters combined. This is because their physical resistance is damaged. In other words, none of the three life forces of life are active in the physical body during the rest quarter. That is what rest is, the lack of polarity of opposition force. Everything is meant to rest in the rest quarter, and all of nature does it, except the cases for the positive polarity of predominance. People of predominantly negative polarity do not stand before it on a graveyard. People of a surrounding positive polarity are often called lazy because they're active quarter. The rest quarter reactions are opposite and they want to sleep the daytime. It has been maintained by science that the moon causes the die. This is not so anymore than professional heat comes from the sun. The polarity, yeah, that's true because it's really the way the sun rays. It's only the Earth's atmosphere that catalyzes the energy coming from the sun as heat. as what we experience in heat. Although there is certain around the sun, what we experience is the Earth's interaction with the sun is because of the Earth's atmospheric properties that translate us and to life and biomatrix as heat. Hopefully that makes sense. The polarity predominant alternates the northern and southern hemispheres of the Earth and causes the force field to oscillate. The erratic orbit path of the moon follows the oscillation of the Earth's force field. The Earth's positive force rotating opposite to the Earth and the moon's orbit. Interruptions of the lifeline force by other bodies or planets cause variable effects on the Earth, and its reactions are transmitted to its self-generated force field. The Earth's force field causes tides as it is of opposite polarity to the water. The fact that it is strongest at the point of most resistance, where the moon explains the reason that science professes that the moon attracts the water in the tide. A negative moon cannot attract a negative body of water. It would repel the water, and in that case, the tide would be lower on the Earth, on the side toward the moon. The cycling interruption between the positive and negative lines of light energy and the Earth is what causes the diurnal inequality. Maybe diurnal refers to like moisture in water. The 4 times of the day and the 8 of the time. Water being a fluid accounts for the equal effects on the opposite side of the Earth. The fact that the force field is rotating in the opposite direction of the Earth and is strongest at a point between the greatest resistance of attraction by both the Earth and the moon is what causes the tides to lag. The fact which has never been explained satisfactorily by science. Magnetism in and around the Earth is a result of the Earth's interruption of the lines of primary light energy. Electricity is the result of interruption of the Earth's magnetism by a generator. As the lines of primary light energy are in motion, each body that interrupts them will move according to its capacity and polarity change. Electricity is the second byproduct of primary light energy. Magnetism is the first. Neither can exist without the other because they are both part of each other. In the drawing, we show only the positively charged core of the Earth, the insulation, the negative crust, and the negative atmosphere. Actually, these charged strata and insulating layers extend to strata around Mars and Venus. The drawing is painted with the sun shining in the center of the active core from a 45-degree angle. The sun is the alternator that changes polarity predominance from one hemisphere to the other every 6 months. The A and R circles indicate the direction of the attracting and repelling force. Negative primary lines attract the positive core and the negative core and repels the negative crust. Look at another drawing. 3 massive drawings in one county. Kind of navigate through here. Moderate pace. The user viewer. This is information. And like I said, if anybody wanted a copy of this, make a comment on this with an email address like this. For these attracting and repelling brushes or changing positions continues to Earth orbit, the atmosphere is actually a part of the crust and is of the same polarity. It acts as a barrier for the crust to turn. The atmosphere and oceans are affected by the helical vortex set up in each hemisphere, which rotates in opposite directions. This is caused by the depleted lines of primary light giving their energy to cause motion of the planet. And they are the energy that they try to reach rest, so they get important points with least motion, which is as a whole. Naturally, polarity seeks opposite polarity always. The compass needle does not point to the north, magnetic pole, because it is attracted to it by opposite polarity. Its negative charge is only pressed into position parallel to the lines of light, of course, going by it. The intelligence in the molecular arrangement of its negative charge wants to go with the other positively charged light lines in motion around it. For the same reason, the negative Earth or our other planets were never part of the positive sun. The planet, being of opposite polarity, could be attracted to it, but never thrown off from the sun. The sun's insulation stratum prevents the positive polarity of the sun from attracting the negative Earth into it. Light is transmitted into energy by penetration into the matter that interrupts it, the matter to gain motion. The negative vortex of light energy produces a decelerating effect in negative matter. A positive vortex of light energy produces accelerating effects in negative matter. You can apply the principle of the Earth's crust before rotation in opposite directions to an electric motor. Now both ends of the shaft are fixed bearing. These bearings will suspend the entire motor. Run the two wires from the motor case to two copper rings mounted on its face. On one end of the shaft, inside the fixed bearing, brushes from the power supply must contact the two rings. Be sure to remove the base of the motor and balance the field case on the fixed bearing. Power applied will rotate the armature in one direction and the field case in the other direction at different speeds. By applying the pulley to the shaft and rudder to the case, then running a V-belt from both pulleys to a common point of work. The torque force to the normal base type electric motor will also be applied to the work. One V-belt will have to be twisted 180 degrees between the motor pulley and the pulley of the work to counteract the opposite rotation of the motor. This uses the torque force to do useful work, reduces speed and wear on the bearings, and furnishes more power for greater work output. This is the same way the core and crust of the Earth function, each being a balance to the other. The crust is the field and the core is the armature. Unfortunately, the explosions of kiloton and megaton power A and H bomb have unbalanced the natural condition. This will bring about a steady increase in subterranean temperatures in the northern hemisphere and lowering of temperatures in the southern hemisphere. The rapid shifting of the magnetic pole registered on the surface is the result of these bombs unbalancing the planet. Wherever the magnetic pole on the negative polarity surface are found, they indicate where the axis of the positive polarity core is located under the crust. The core is encased in fluid obsidian 600 miles thick. Oscillations of the core, which were set up by the reaction to the bomb forces, will cause an increase in volcanoes and earthquakes due to increased frictional heat in the fluid separator. Throw the fine balance of the electric motor case out and see what would happen to the armature if it were floating in a fluid. Any spinning gyroscope will wobble if it is moved from its plane of rotation. The Earth works like a gyroscope. The magnets, atoms, planets, and people all have polarities of either positive or negative predominance. Because the body predominates in one polarity does not mean that the substance of its composition does not include matter of the opposite polarity. When your positive polarity body reaches predominance, your negative polarity physical body dies. The same thing applies to planets, magnets, or atomic structures. The nuclear positive polarity devices being exploded in our negative polarity atmosphere are rapidly bringing about a condition of polar change on the Earth's surface. The emission of positive polarity particles fallout from the H-bomb tests on balancing the polarity predominance of the Earth. The positive fallout particles are attracted to the negative polarity north magnetic pole. When the positive particles fall, they are on negative polarity ice, and resistance causes heat, causing the ice to melt. The negative polarity water released by melting is repelled by the more predominantly negative polarity crust of the Earth into a less predominantly negative polarity atmosphere. In the Earth, it is attracted in a spiral course to the positive predominant southern hemisphere, where most of it is attracted to the positive polarity south magnetic pole. This causes ice to build up at the southern pole and melt at the northern pole, bringing unbalance to the planet's axis indirectly to the explosion of nuclear bombs. Magnetic poles registered on the surface of the Earth's crust are in reality the axis poles of the Earth's positive polarity core. As more bombs test trend with negative polarity vector for the positive polarity condition, The effects can be weighted in many ways. The magnetic declination shown on the Los Angeles R2 sectional aeronautical chart dated March 10th, 1963, shows the 15-degree east magnetic declination line at 115 degrees, 50 west longitude at the 34-degree north latitude line. The chart dated September 27th, 1955 shows a shift of the 15-degree east magnetic declination to 117 degrees 2 clicks west. This is a change of 1 degree 12 clicks in 2.5 years, or 28.8 per year. Formerly, it was slightly over 9 per year. The main reason for low layers of smog over most of the big cities is because the carbon particles in the air are not repelled upward as they used to be before the advent of H-bomb tests. Polarity of these particles normally being negative, they are becoming less negative due to the fact that carbon assimilates radioactivity of positive polarity. Thus, the repelling action is reduced, and the particles hang closer to the surface instead of rising to be dispersed by the winds at higher altitudes. Magnetism is the positive and negative fields generated by the revolving planet interrupting the positive and negative lines of primary energy present in all space. Electricity is the force generated by an armature interrupting the positive and negative lines of magnetism. Each has its effect on the other and can be converted into the other. The time field separates all primary polarities, all magnetic polarities, and all electrical polarities. This time field is unseen, infinite, and maintains balance between the opposite charges present in all bodies. This balance is manifest in all new creation. With the continual testing of nuclear devices, the planet's imbalance will increase by the equal and opposite reaction of polarities coming ever closer to balance. This will bring about more ionization of the atmosphere with an increase in smog, humidity, and cloud. Then the Bible prophecy will be fulfilled that says the sun will no longer give forth her light.